Wanted to start the stream early because the dogs were howling. Thought, yeah, would maybe enjoy that. But they stopped as soon as I went live. So, what to do? Um, you know, are you guys DCAing this weekend? Are you taking advantage of the dips? It's hard when you see your portfolio down 10, 15, 20, 30%, right? In a couple days. And there's supposed to be good news coming, yet the market goes the other way. Well, mentality wise, it's difficult. It's easy to say take advantage of the dips. When you're up doing pretty well for a couple months or a month, and especially after coming out of the depths of hell and the bear market. I don't know, you're down 1,500, down 80K for the week, but it's okay. My mentality, been here, done that. It's all speculative, but I'm taking advantage of some of it. It's not as easy to do when most things are in the red, but there's a few that I wanted to jump on that I am going to do. And you just don't know what's going to happen next week. Everyone can guarantee whatever, right? They can say ETF coming the 10th, the 9th, the 8th, yesterday, right? I mean, how many people said it's coming tomorrow? I didn't buy that for 1 second. And the biggest people out there, oh, it's leaked. And when you talk about some of these people talking about FUD and don't fall for the FUD, but they are the first people to spread it, right? Just to get you on saying ETF's coming tomorrow. And these are the biggest guys doing this. I just don't get it. It comes out when it comes out, and it gets denied if it gets denied. No one has an inside track. And all the rumors of someone at Goldman Sachs leaking this or BlackRock leaking this, it's all a load of crap. No one's leaking anything. Even people involved in this say they have a good feeling, or that the SEC they're finally coming around in regards to actually communicating, and their tone is a little different. That's a good sign, but it doesn't mean everything. It could be all a shakeout, and so just it's out when it's out, right? And don't buy or sell on assumptions and on what YouTubers are saying, or Scaramucci, who I like, but he doesn't have a freaking clue. He's an investor. He's done very well, but he doesn't have an inside track. He might talk to people, but if he knew, he'd be buying, $50 million worth of Bitcoin now. Right? Nobody knows. They are just speculating. That's what it's called, speculation. So, if I can give any advice, it's take it easy. It will come back. The ETF is denied. It will get worse, especially on the alts. There will be a sell-off on Bitcoin, but the alts will even take it harder. Alts will always take it harder. What I said before, Bitcoin goes down to 2-3%. Alts can either, certain ones, if they're on fire, they're going to keep going up, no doubt, or they're going to trend sideways for a bit, but usually keep going up. When they're on fire, they're on fire. But everything comes to an end with that, right? There's always so much it can go up until there are profits taken. But alts will drop anywhere from 5% to 60, 70, 80%, right? That's pushing it on a crash, but it's just the way it goes. So what are we looking at on the gainer side today? I'm just going to go off the Coinbase side here. We can look at CoinMarketCap, but that shows everything, and there's too much crappy coins that no one cares about. Jito, wow, that's surprising, 22%. That one, SEI is taking a breather. I think it was at 66 cents, and Zui taking its turn. It had a great week, but a little down. scale. It's just been doing great. It'll have has a little retracement back from 10 cents, but then it holds strong at around 8. Bonk, it's up 2%. That who threw their money away on that when they got listed on Coinbase. I knew better not to put a ton in, but I just put a few $100s in just actually for first meme coin I bought, so I don't have Doge or Sheeb or any of that crap. But I thought I would just throw that in there. The market was hot, and I'm not worried about it. If I break even on it, I'll break even on it. It's not a big deal. Keep an eye on this, boys. On the investor news or crypto news, whatever that guy is, I got into it pretty good with him yesterday on his stream. He's a good guy, but kind of an interesting lad. He's at his parents' now, and he went on talking about fishing and eating, and I kind of went off on him a little bit just because his reasoning about it is taste and what everyone says. He's not vegan. I'm sure anyone listening to this, hopefully I'll get more vegans on here, but I had to bail out. He was just I didn't want to dislike him, and we were going down that path. He wasn't understanding my point, and he doesn't care about factory farming or any of that crap, and so I was starting to lose my respect for him, so I wanted to bail out, which is a shame, but I should know better to, for people who I think do a good job, kind of, he started it, going down that road and talking nonsense about food. He has not a clue. A very smart guy, but not a clue, and, talking about cost versus, he's wrong about everything. He has to think about the subsidies for the food he eats, and he doesn't seem to have a big cash pile anyway, so he doesn't even, found out yesterday, he doesn't really have that, he's not that thick into crypto. He likes talking about crypto, but he's not heavily invested into it. So, unfortunately, I recommend people who are heavily invested into crypto to kind of support their channel. He does a good job of talking, but when I found out that that's just a little bit of his investment, and I mean, you don't have to be 100% in, I'm certainly not. I'd say the majority of my investments are in 401ks and stocks and everything, but there's I have hundreds of thousands of dollars more into crypto, and this guy doesn't even have any money on the side, so I was a little surprised by him. So I'm going to try not to listen to that and ask him other questions that might ruin it for me, because he's not entertaining, because he just talks the whole time answering questions, and I like that. It's what I would like to do, and no one else does it. You have to pay them to answer questions, so I appreciate that, and he doesn't seem to have a ton of cash, so I want to try to support him. But not if he keeps talking stupidly about the food he eats. It's just moronic, the way he's talking. He's so ill-informed. I told him a couple things to watch, and he didn't reply back to that. But whatever, that's flesh eaters for you. Van QI picking up more today. Everyone on his stream keeps asking about Jasmine. That was supposed to be like a Japanese coin. I don't know. I don't know how good that'll do. Excuse my adjusting. I like sitting in Gene style. Or legs crossed, sorry. Jasmine, I may pick some up. I think it's tough because it has such a huge circulating supply. But I'm keeping an eye on it. I think it's just a gamble, a crap coin, but I want to keep an eye on it. Storage, I'm not into any of the storage, Filecoin, or any of that. They'll do fine, but storage can jump up to a dollar like that. Not a problem, it already has. Yearn still around, and I am surprised that that's not higher with Bitcoin in the 40s. That it is not in at least the 20s now. It might not. Usually it bypasses it because of the supply is so small with Yearn. 33,000, right? So it pops hard when people start buying it. But right now, pretty good volume on it for this coin. So. But for that to make it worth your while, you gotta buy one. You know what I mean? Put 7,400 into it, 7,500, and so every 1,000 it goes up, you're making $1,000. I think This is what I'm not gonna buy it. I was gonna buy it around 4,000. Um, but if Bitcoin does great, it'll follow it. It'll be in the 20, 30,000 dollars, no problem. It just pops so fast. People just speculate with it. It's worthless, but they speculate with it. Still keeping a close eye on Maple, but I'm into Goldfinch instead. Check out Goldfinch, guys. It's essential land that's been played. I picked either back in the last bull run, Decentraland at 4 cents. I said, am I going to do that? Or I did something else called District OX, which was pretty good for me, but I never sold out of it, unfortunately. So it's I'm long at about 9 cents on that. But this ended up popping last bull run, as we know, to like a few dollars. But I think the metaverse is a joke, and I always did. I think no one's living in the metaverse. The funniest thing, you knew the bull run was over when Zucker came out and changed Facebook to Meta. You knew it was over. Once they're involved in broadcasting like that, time to sell. Who did? Luvian picking up more of that today. Stacked a little heavy on it, but I think we'll be okay and crap turns around. So mentality-wise, stick to your guns. If you're always DCAing, don't be afraid now. This is, might be the last time you get prices at this level. We're going to have our crashes no matter what over the next couple of years. Hopefully we're truly in a bull run. I mean, technically we are. If we came up from $15,000 of Bitcoin, we've been in a bull market, not a run, a bull market, I should say, because we're off the bottoms, long off the bottoms. Okay. But regards to metaverse, don't. At least my advice is, I advise you, or I'm advising myself, no metaverse, no stupid NFTs, no JPEGs. I can't believe people were paying hundreds of thousands of dollars for apes and all that crap, and morons on the largest crypto channel buying hundreds of thousands of dollars worth of land in Decentraland and Sandbox. And are you kidding me with that crap? You actually thought that was going to do something? You actually think we're going to be living, maybe we are in the metaverse right now. That's absolutely possible, and this is all an illusion, but that'll get hot. Idiots will buy in, people who are famous will buy in, and then you're all going to get screwed because no one's hanging out in a metaverse and no one's hanging out with stupid things on their faces. It's just not happening. Sorry to break it. Losers. Yes, I don't really like looking at this list. Helium coming down a little bit. That hits $3, I'm buying it. I don't think it will. I think we're missing, I think a lot of the, you never know, Sunday. I'll look at that SVI. I was going to buy in at 66 cents. I'm just going to wait. I'm going to wait until tomorrow. It might turn around. No, I won't get it, but stacks. It says it's down 7%, but that's still not bad at all. This is, I keep an eye on this, and I'm pretty set on it. But, if it drops down to $1, I'll pick up a lot. It's not dropping down there. Unless we get really bad news and it'll blow past $1. It'll go to 90 cents. No problem. It's dropping down again. We had a little run. Arb. Arb. Not holding strong at $2. Interesting. You're in the OP camp or the ARB camp? Because it seems that you're one or the other, at least from everything I read and everybody says, oh, I'm into ARB because of this. Oh, I hate OP because the tokenomics. So they both have shitty tokenomics. But I wouldn't mind getting that at $1 like we could have forever, or 70 cents at one point. But we'll see what happens. I haven't pulled the trigger on it. Who said, I probably won't again. Celestia. Had a little run up yesterday. Couldn't take it. Ooh, look at that. ICP. Finally taking a good breather. Near. I don't like to see that below $4. I was hoping it was going to hover there and find big support, but there's no support right now. There's no support for anything except for Bitcoin. I'm getting killed on that. I'm getting killed on it. Yeah, we'll see. Fetch, definitely taking a breather. The Bitcoin, 43. I mean, it's pushing 44. You know, this is Ethereum. You know, everyone makes fun of Ethereum being a stable coin. Well, it's stable, isn't it? You know, I mean, you could actually buy and trade this thing all the time if have enough money to put in 10K, and it goes up to 2,300. You know, between 23 and 2,200, 2,400, 2,100. You know, I'm not touching it this run. I had it last. I got rid of everything Ethereum wise, but it'll have its time. But it's somewhat of a stable coin, and it will have its time, but it's not going to pop fast. If there's good news on it, it certainly will. But you know, it is always impressive though that this is maintaining support. You know, it has not dropped past 2K in quite some time. And sorry if you guys are looking for 39K Bitcoin this weekend. Not happening. Only way that's happening is negative denial of the ETF. XRP coming back a tiny bit, right? Got to get back over that 60 cent. And that's a stable coin as well, and as well as Cardano. Cardano taking a big hit. You know, much larger hit than XRP did. But I have enough of both. They will have their time. I will always say that. They will have their turn if the market goes the way we want it, right? If we get into the market, they will have their time. Is it going to get the ETF, XRP, like someone said the other day, that their Mr. X told them could happen? He didn't say it's 100%. He said, you know, the next one is XRP for ETF, and then after that, people are talking about Solana and Cardano and all that. I think that's a load of crap. But he said the rumor, with the context he knows, is XRP. And then he would say it would go to $100. No way. The market cap and circulating supply, not happening, to $100. I would love it. I would be, I'd be well-to-do if that happened, but I don't see it happen. I would love for it to happen. I've been in XRP forever, and I'm not selling it. I mean, I knew the lawsuit was coming. I had plenty of time to sell it. Nope. I just held on and prayed for the best. Huge gamble, but paid off. I'm in the money on it, but not life-changing money. It's just, you know, I'm hoping to get $5-6 out of it, and I will have no complaints. And I think that'll be tough to get it unless there's some unreal news. But if you remember in the last bull run before all this stuff went down, and the bull run before that, the greatest news about XRP and what they were doing didn't move it a penny. Doesn't move on news. It will move on ETF news and SEC news again if they finally, you know, after they meet, come to some total conclusion and move on and settle of some sorts, and there's not going to be an appeal by the morons at the SEC, then we might see some movement. But, you know, why is it not $2 or $3 already? That is ridiculous. And I say it's the last to move. It is, and everyone says you got to sell it now, which I can understand that. Totally understand that. I'm holding to my convictions. Not out of love, but out of monetary value. I've been in it forever. What's the point? I actually wrote it off in my mind with the SEC thing. You know, I said, okay, if this case goes sour, then I'm out of it. What can I do? You know, I won't be able to get out of it. But now I have nothing to worry about. So I'm gonna, you know, it's not even a thought. You know, I have my selling points. If I see it going strong and the bull market is full on, I will hold off. See where we're at the all-time highs, $3-4, and see where it goes from there. It'll have a lot of selling pressure at that level. Polygon, they have too much competition now. These are the biggest. They are the biggest, but they have so much competition now. Chainlink, no thank you, but would have pulled back for that. Couldn't hold strong at 15. Nothing's holding strong, like I said. There, that hits $3 on in. It's optimism, right? So, it's running slow, as always. So, nothing crazy on the news front. So, final Bitcoin ETF application filings posted by major U.S. exchanges. So, we shall see. Um, well, all I can say is hold strong, stay to your convictions. If you want to, you have money on the side and you want to accumulate, I'm looking, I did yesterday on many things. It's worth a look, but don't make any moves that, only risk what you can afford to lose. You're not going to lose it all, but be careful. Don't, if you have the money, do it. Don't take out any loans, like some people say. Risk what you can afford to lose. But I believe this weekend, if we get good news next week, is a great opportunity. It'll be the best one for a couple months. But remember, we will have crashes. So it's not the end. It's not the, don't FOMO and do your research. Feel free to reach out to me. All right? Take care. We can all be vegan.